Minasan konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
Guess what? This is Musings from Japan number 46.
46.
46.
That's right.
Wow, 46. Do you remember when you were 46, Greg?
Yeah, I do. It was a good time.
Really? I don't remember.
You know what's weird, isn't it, though? I mean, like, here we are. Wow. You're like, gosh, I'm approaching 60. I'll be 60 this coming year.
I'm on the other side.
Yeah, I know. Hard to believe.
61 here. So
and 46 seems young.
I know. That's scary.
But hey, that's how many musings from Japan that we've done so far, including this one.
That's right. Sashiburi.
46th.
Sashiburi.
Hisashiburi desu yo.
Genki de?
Hai, genki desu. Okage-sama de.
Okage-sama deshita.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Thank you for coming back, Greg. And for everyone out there, Greg has been on hiatus in the United States, in the USA, doing his thing. And he came back to Japan to be with La Familia.
Yay!
Yeah, so
yep, I'm here in Japan right now, and sitting in my. If you go back to our early musings from Japan, you'll see that I'm sitting pretty much in the same spot. Sometimes it's opposite, hantai, on the other side of the table.
But you can see your Santa suit behind you and the Christmas tree. So Merry Christmas, Greg.
Folks, Merry Christmas. It's just right around Christmas where we're coming into Christmas in just a matter of a couple days. So Christmas 2022. And that Santa suit, I got to see if I can fit in it, believe it or not, because I might be too big. And it's 4L.
I think you can do it, Greg.
I hope so. But
I think the material is a stretch material, so no problem.
I've gained in US weight, I've gained 20 to 25 pounds since I put that on.
So 10 to 12 kilos. Wow.
I would say it's 10 kilos probably.
How many stone is that? Oh, we don't worry about our UK friends.
But anyway, the great thing is here I am sitting in my own home, at my own table, with my family's table with my family. It's great.
Right.
Here in Aichi Prefecture.
Now you came back, and then tell me the three big things that you've done since you've been back that you really missed a lot from your time in the States. Three things. Tell me.
Well, let's start one of them.
We'll start with the third. We'll rank them. You want to rank them? The third, second,
well, that's hard to do because I like them all well.
Okay, three things. Go ahead. Name.
Well, I'll give you one thing.
Number one.
And one of them is for long. See, I didn't get my hair cut for a long time. Not a long time, but the last time I got it cut, I got it cut kind of long. Longer than I like to get it cut. You know, I like to cut it shorter. Yeah. But I did that on purpose because I wanted to go to my own barber.
Yeah, well, you came back, you look like a hippie. I mean, you were just, man, you had hair down to here. I mean.
Yeah, but check it out. So my hair is really, really short. And 2 days ago, I went to my own barber, and it was like going home. I go in the door, and instead of I say konnichiwa or whatever, they said welcome, but I said tadaima.
Did they remember you?
Of course. My wife called and made an appointment a few days earlier.
Wow.
And they couldn't believe it. And that's what my barber said. He said they got a call. I said my wife contacted you, the barbershop, and he imitated just like they talked to my wife, and it was great. It was it says, Greg Taylor. Yeah. So
that guy.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing. So there's a couple interesting things about that. Is that visit to the barber? So. It's really strange being here in Japan in one reason. One reason. Well,
not just a haircut.
I lived here 2 days short of. I was here 2 days short of 8 years.
Right.
Almost continuously with only a couple journeys outside the country and only one visit back to Japan, America, and actually since May 2013. I came back to the United States for 2 months, and then I permanently lived in Japan.
Right.
Well, and then 4 years later, I had some family deaths, and I went back to America to deal with those. And then the only other times was going to Taiwan in 17, 18, and 19 before the pandemic.
That's a holiday. I mean, that's no big deal. That's like
Vacation. Yeah. I didn't mean to say, did I say Taiwan?
You said Thailand.
Yeah, good. It was Thailand. And even though it's a 6 hour.
Thailand. La, la, la. Oh, sorry, that's Toyland. Sorry.
Even though it's
the Christmas thing.
It's a 6 hour plane ride. It's a 2 hour time difference. So it was no problem.
That's a holiday. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. So tell me about the haircut. What's the big thing for you that you left your hair in the hippie state so you can come back and get a haircut here? Why? Why the haircut here? What's so special about it?
The service.
Ooh. Tell me.
Yeah, I would say definitely the service.
Well, they greeted you. You walked in the door. They said, "Hey, Greg Taylor," and they greeted you.
Well, they were very cheerful, and right. they knew who I was, and they welcomed me, and
right.
In Japanese, of course. The whole event was in Japanese, of course, because it's Japan. So they welcomed me, and then they were ready for me, and the barber himself, the manager or the owner of the shop, I don't know what he is, but what do you think he is? Do you think he owns that shop?
Yeah, the Tenjo? Yeah, he could be just the manager. It could be just like a lot of barbershops are leased kind of businesses. There's a barber. Yeah. There's actually a barber's union. Did you know that? They have a collective. They have their own union.
And I believe it. I mean, I believe it only in the sense that there's so many barbers in the country.
And they regulate themselves. They have their own schedules. I mean, there's a national schedule, like barbers are closed on Mondays, kind of thing. Unless it's attached with the beauty salon. Is yours attached with the beauty salon? There's like a men's side and a women's side?
You know, I don't know about that, but there are women get their hair done there.
Yeah, so like my barber, there's two sides. There's like a building. One side's for men, the other side's for women. So they're open 7 days a week, but they're closed on holidays and certain days, and there's a schedule. They printed in.
My barber is open like 365 days a year, I think, pretty much.
Yeah, because they have a women's side. Yeah,
I was talking to them about that. I think the last time, or one of the last times I visited there, and they're open quite. I mean, they have a great. There's no problem going in there. You know, you have to make an appointment, but and my wife did, and so they were ready for me.
Yeah, my place, there's no appointment. You just walk in, they just say, "Yashai my head," and then they tell you what seat to go sit on.
Yeah.
Number 3, go to number 3. Somebody. Oh.
So this was interesting. So I go in there and my barber, he's probably in his 60s, maybe he's early 70s.
Oh,
hard to say. I believe that he's older than me. He's certainly of our generation.
I'm older than you.
Yes, you are. But he loves foreign pop music or foreign rock music. Like he's very knowledgeable. Oh, he's knowledgeable in a wide range of things, such as in music, especially. He likes music. He likes classical music. He knows about foreign classical musicians. He knows about foreign classical composers and
perfect for you.
Yeah, and so we could talk, and he loves Queen. He loves Bob Dylan. He loves the
he's definitely in the 60s.
Yeah, and Emerson Lake and Palmer.
Yeah, you told me that. I was like, what? Emerson Lake and Palmer. Wow.
Yeah. So and then we go in there and they give me my haircut. There one difference this year is that because of the COVID pandemic and the restrictions they still have in place in Japan, because Japan, we can talk about that too, but it's been they would not do face shaving, or they just give you a haircut. That's it.
They won't give you even the hige sori?
No, and it was kao sori, where you get the I think they shave your forehead. They do your eyebrows, do your ears, all that stuff. They didn't do that.
Yeah.
And I mean, everybody wore masks in there. I think he did. I'm pretty sure he wore a mask. but it's like that saved me probably 650 yen or whatever. And so my haircut in US dollars was like about $10.
So they cut your hair, they shaved around the neck, and
I think they shaved my neck. Yeah.
Yeah, they always shave. They put the cream around.
I can't remember. I think they did that real quick, and so, but it was great. It was great service, and I was able to talk. And it was like I never had this hiatus or this absence from Japan or my barbershop.
But you're 59, right?
That's correct.
Okay, guess what, Greg? Next year, when you go to that barbershop, let's say you come back next year for Christmas and you get a haircut, you get a senior's discount.
Oh, ine.
Because now when I go to my barber, I get a senior's discount. But what's nice though, I have to ask them for it. And like one time,
I'll be honest, at Supercuts in America,
yeah,
I said, "Can I get the senior discount?" They said, "Sure." I'm not even old enough for it yet, but I will be next year, I believe. Maybe it's even 65. I don't know, but I look older, so it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm gray, and I think they're being kind to me when they make me ask. You know, it's kind of, oh, you're so young looking. Yeah, right. You just want me to come back here and get a haircut.
So one other thing about the barbershop is that I really enjoy going there. They really enjoy having me, and I'm one of the I think there's virtually no foreigners that go to the shop. So I'm the foreigner, and so we can talk and they can learn about culture that way, and because it's a truly Japanese barber. And I mean, which it's basically like an old style American barber, and so they even have the what do you call it, the barber, the red, white, and blue,
the barber pole,
whatever you want to call it,
the little the spearmint pole,
like all barbershops in Japan have.
Yep.
And so and it's great, and it's a barber, and they're everywhere really. They're in neighborhoods, they're in people's houses. They do barbering. For example, barbering. Yeah, I think.
Okay.
That's better than barbing.
Yeah, that's true. Barbering. Yeah. I like it. Okay.
But my barber, and I don't think that I even know his name. And I've been going to him for years, 4 years now. I says, "Do you still have my email address that they gave you?" And he said, "Oh yeah, I have it right here." And I looked at his drawer. He reached over his drawer. He went a couple seconds, like this, and he went, so pulled it out. Yeah. And there was my handwriting on a piece of paper that he had of my contact information in his drawer. I have his contact information, but I scanned it digitally and I don't know where it's at. So, it was a small world, and I walked there. I got there in 15 minutes, and I had a great time with my barber.
Excellent.
So that's one of the great experiences. That's one.
Number two.
I can tell you, right? Yeah. So let's lump it all together. So,
okay.
Japanese food, whether it be restaurant or home cooked.
Okay.
I've had my home cooked meals. My wife likes to often make breakfast, and that breakfast today it consisted of scrambled eggs and cheese and a little bit of sausage put in there, and homemade bread, and she has a
homemade bread. Wow.
Yeah, bread and rice maker, and the jam that we had there, and then so I used that. I ate that, and last night we had yakisoba for dinner. Would you tell us what yakisoba is for those who don't know what yakisoba is?
Yakisoba is basically fried noodles. You take noodles and vegetables and meat, and you put it on a
cabbage.
Vegetables, and you put it on a teppan grill, hot grill. Yeah, everyone knows a teppan, and you grill it up with some sauce, and then you throw the noodles in like a kind
What is that? Worcestershire sauce?
It could be Worcester sauce, could be oyster sauce, it could be shoyu. It depends on the aji, and sometimes they use like the sweet sauce, the tare sauce. So it depends on the area. Everyone has their own kind of yakisoba. I think, but Nagoya has a very unique yakisoba. So yours is the Worcester sauce, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And so I had that, and I've been looking forward to have that since I left.
You stir it up, yeah.
And then we're gonna have that. I'm gonna have that leftover for lunch today.
Perfect.
Which is great. And then we're running out of mayonnaise. But look at this is how they serve mayonnaise. This is a Kewpie mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
And it's a squeeze bottle, and you just turn it like that. You got to take it's in a plastic thing, and it's the plastic bottle under that's soft plastic, so you can squeeze the whole bottle and get all the mayonnaise out. And that's what I'll put on the yakisoba on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I eat my mayonnaise. My wife does not eat with mayonnaise. That's number 2. Number 3 is going to Costco. It was great. We went to Costco yesterday, I believe. Was it yesterday?
Yes, yesterday, because I called you. You were driving. Yeah, it was yesterday.
No, you know what, Mark? Believe it or not, I think it was Wednesday. I think it was 2 days ago.
No, I thought it was yesterday. I called you. You were in a car. You were in a car, and you told me there was an accident.
Well, either way, gosh.
Anyway.
No, it was the day before, because yesterday I went looking for clothes at Aoki and Aoyama and 4L.
Oh, that's right. But you told me you were going to do that yesterday.
Yeah, so that could be like number 4, all that stuff.
Okay.
Going to my favorite place.
No, only 3. Only 3.
So yesterday, the day before yesterday, we went to Costco. We had a Costco lunch. It was like a date for me and my wife because it was only us 2. Mm-hmm. And usually we were with the kids. And so it was kind of nice. You know, it was not to say it's not nice being with the kids, but the point is it was just me and my wife. So it was great. So we went there for the purpose of getting a turkey. Well, there's no turkeys this year. And I'm supposing that it's because in America they had a turkey illness and a lot of turkeys. They had to kill a lot of turkeys, so they didn't have. There were millions of turkeys short, and I'm thinking that they didn't export them because they just saved them for domestic consumption. That's my guess. So I don't know. Either way, we can get a turkey, but there's a Tyson ham that we got. And let me show you this. Oh, this is great. I didn't realize this. I think it's a screw top bottle too. No, it's a cork bottle. I don't know. We got a bottle of Greg Norman Cabernet Sauvignon from Costco Wines.
Ooh. And
we don't drink much wine here at home, but it's from Paso Robles, California.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the vineyard. But I guess he's got a big wine industry. Greg Norman does. But I had a sample in one of the Costco samples, and it was really good. It was it was very nice. It was smooth and had a nice flavor. And one of these days we'll have a Greg Norman bottle here, probably around Christmas in a few days or whatever.
Yeah. Well, great. So Costco, barber, number 3.
No, number 1. I already went through number 1, the haircut.
I said that, right? Haircut,
Costco, the barber,
and the barber. Number food. 3, the food. Ooh. So food and home cooking, basically getting. It's a lot different than when you're cooking at home in the States, right?
Yeah, it's better here. Food that we eat here is healthier. The first night we had, what did we have? We had just the main course. We had rice, and we had miso shiro soup.
Yeah, miso soup.
Miso soup, and then which vegetables and stuff inside, and gosh, we had, I forgot what we had, but it was delicious. It was one of my favorite. Everything my wife cooks is great. So
yeah. That's great.
Here we are at home, and it was no problem. I just noticed the cleanliness and the order of the country the moment I got in the country. And
wow.
And the moment I got off the plane, I knew I was in Japan because there was 1 million people, even at 5 a.m, to greet us. My plane landed at 4:56. We got to the gate at 5:10,
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it was, I don't know. Yeah, we landed at 4:56 and we got through the gate at 5:10. About 5:20, we deplaned. And so, because we had to wait for somebody to get on. And they says, if you're getting off in Japan, you're first.
Right.
Yeah, great. So, and the plane, I think, respected that generally. So I got right off the plane. And I flew American, and I had a great seat and a nice flight from exactly 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a long flight. And I got off the plane, and I walked and cleared. I did everything I was supposed to do. I had an app on my phone from the immigration in Japan. They said, if you want to expedite your process, then do that. And use the app and have all your vaccinations. Fortunately, I didn't have to have a COVID test because I had been vaccinated 3 times at least. And actually, I'm 4. I have 2 boosters. And so, including the latest one. And then, so I cleared immigration, everything, customs, immigration, all that stuff. Immigration, then customs. Very, 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 very quick. And then after that, I took a big, large suitcase to Black Cat shipping company, Kuroneko Yamato, and it was in the terminal, and I just made a right outside of customs or immigration after I completed it, and walked about 1,000 feet, and waited a couple people, and they took my bag. It was very easy. I gave my Japanese address, and the next morning about 11:15. And that was, let's see, what time was that, Mark? It was about 11:15 in the morning.
I was going to say 10:30, 11, yeah.
Now, this was still like 6:30 in the morning that I was doing this. So maybe it was...
right now it's 10 o'clock here, so...
Maybe it was a little earlier than that, but 11:15 my bag came the next morning.
Right.
You know how much it cost? 1,690 yen.
That's right.
And that was about $12.80 US.
Right.
Amazing.
Yep. Yeah, well, they'll even ship it. I've had bags. I've landed in Tokyo and had it sent to my house in Niigata, clear across the other side of Japan, and it gets there before noon, and it costs $12.
I was thinking it'd be like 50 or 5,000 or 6,000 yen, but no. It was great. It was, so I didn't have to lug that huge suitcase on the bullet train. And first thing I did was, when I got off the plane, I found a Dotur coffee shop, one of my favorite coffee shops. I still had a balance on my card of 3,000 yen, which is roughly about $25 US or something, $24 US. I don't know. And then so, but it used to be like 30 US. It used to be parity, but it was great. I did that, and then I got on the bullet train and met my wife in Nagoya, and then I've been here since Monday, and today is Friday.
And you've been lucky because that train, just the day before, had a major problem. The power had gone out on a section just before Nagoya, somewhere in between Aichi and the nearby prefecture. The power had gone out, was one of the lines went out, and the train was stuck. The Shinkansen was stuck for 3 hours on the tracks. They had to knock out windows to get airflow because there was no air conditioning on the train. And I was thinking, oh God, Greg's coming. I hope they get this train cleared. And when you came the next day, it was cleared. They had cleared, and
the Japanese are amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. But fortunately, that didn't happen. I remember coming down. I remember coming to Aichi from Niigata one time, and my train was. We got to Tokyo or something. No, there was some kind of a delay that somewhere, either my train or some other train, the door would not close.
Right.
So it delayed my train by 20 minutes. And because it delayed my train by 20 minutes, I missed my connection to Aichi.
Right.
And it was so it delayed me almost 2 hours.
Right.
But that is very rare. And the bullet train is usually on time to the minute, and within seconds. And it's amazingly on time and accurate.
That's what Japan strives for. So, So, well, Greg. So now you're back, and it's great. You're getting settled in now. I want to know, why do you have the Santa suit? What are you going to do with the Santa suit?
Well, Santa is going to make an appearance at a special place, a special needs place today.
Ooh,
So,
you're gonna.
yeah,
Oh,
Santa's going to be there today, and he's going to greet a lot of people and wish them a Merry Christmas.
all right.
Oh, and
I love it, Greg. You come
yeah,
back and you're doing good. I love it. I love it.
that's right. So, yeah, Mark, it's great to be. This is my home here. I mean, with my family. So,
Well,
uh,
that's the last thing I wanted to say. I mean, you've been gone for more than a year. How many months? 15 months?
15 months.
Yeah. See, that's more than a year. You've done a whole year of seasons and holidays away from your family, and it's nice to be back with your family, and it's nice to do good. It's nice to get your hair cut and to sleep in your bed with your wife. It's nice to see your kids and talk and stuff. But what's the one thing that you appreciate most being back? This is the Christmas thing. So for everybody out there, we're going to
I
release
think
as a
being
Christmas.
with the family.
Being with the family. Ah,
Yeah.
nice, Greg. Nice.
Yeah. And so being with my family and being somewhere that I really enjoy where I'm at in California and everything like that. But I'm separated from my family, but I'm living my family life here.
Right.
This is my family life,
Right.
and so that's what I miss the most, I think. And it's a very peaceful life here in this house, and it's great to be here. So,
Good.
it's
Now,
cold today, though. By the way, it's Fahrenheit. It's 30. No, it's about 32 degrees, 33 degrees.
so,
1 degree Celsius.
yeah. Here, it's about 4 degrees Celsius here. It's in the low 40s, but a storm is coming tonight, Greg. So tonight you're going to get hit. You're going to get hit this late afternoon, this evening, with at least a cold front, and then for the next 4 days we're going to have snow here. And I think you're going to get a little bit of snow, Greg. You might have a white Christmas.
I hope so. They said for sure we're going to get very strong winds.
Yeah, that's
Because when you get that kind of a storm, I see the wind blowing outside right now. And if I went outside last night, this is another thing I really enjoy about being in this place is I can open the door over there and I step outside and I feel this blast, this wind coming from the direction of Nagoya, because Nagoya is off to the northwest of me. And beyond that is the Sea of Japan, and beyond the Sea of Japan is Siberia.
or Korea.
Korea is to the west, but
Yeah.
So Siberia, really.
Yes, you get the Siberian blast. That's what we're getting. So if you look at the NHK News weather report last night, you see this evening, a big cold blast is going to cover Japan, and it's going to linger here for the next 3 days. So, Greg, White Christmas?
Thank you. I don't know if you can see or not, but I have right down there. There is a kerosene stove.
Yep, a heater.
Yeah, it's a heater. And actually, we cook things on top of it. So
Yeah,
sometimes
you should put like a water pot on top that keeps the moisture in the room. It doesn't dry out so quickly.
Yeah, we do sometimes do that.
Yeah.
And then we definitely sometimes have food on there. But it's very convenient. But that's our kerosene stove.
Yeah.
And we pull it out in the first week of November, and sometimes it doesn't go away until the end of April or early May.
Wow, you guys are weak.
So yeah, well, I mean, we usually buy a lot of kerosene and we store it outside on the veranda.
Yeah.
And so we have two gigantic containers which carry about 20 liters of kerosene each.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we get our kerosene. Then we bring it in, and my wife usually fills it up. And
yeah, well, you guys stay warm. You're gonna have a nice Christmas, and you have Christmas with the family. Greg, congratulations!
Here in Japan, yay!
So I think we're gonna wrap this up because this is our Christmas edition. We'll come back next week after Christmas. We'll do another Musings, and that'll be 47.
47. Can you believe it?
Wow. But it's great. But for me, Greg, I'm glad to see you back in Japan. I'm really happy that, and it's really nice to be able to message and call you. And it's real time. I'm not talking to you across the pond.
And we're across the island.
Oh, the island?
Yeah. So we're and after all those years that I lived here in Japan with you, in the same country, same city, same things like that, it's good to be back at my home here, and that's really great. So, yeah, everyone, we're here talking about Japan as we always do, and musings from Japan. This is truly Japan again.
Yeah, so thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, or Happy Holidays, or Kwanzaa. Hanukkah is already finished, right?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Merry everything. Have a good life. And Greg, enjoy your Santa gig today. I hope
we'll talk about New Year's the next time.
Yeah, and then we'll talk about COVID a little bit. We negated to talk about that, and I'm glad. We'll talk about it later, and we'll share our experiences in the two different cultures. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, everybody.
Thank you. Cheers.
Sayonara.
Sayonara. Sayonara. Sayonara.
Sayonara.